Okay, find the general form of the quadratic function with the vertex -1, -1, and a point on the graph 1, 3. So, if I just do something like this, I don't know, there's 1, 3, and here's the vertex at -1, -1. You know, maybe it looks something like this. I don't know what it's going to be, okay? Something like that, okay? But anyway, we've got to find the equation of that function, that line there. So we can use the vertex. Remember, the vertex form will be this. If it's a -1, in other words, if it's 1 to the left, I must have moved, that must be it, okay? And then 1 down, there you go. So that would be the function if, you know, I just basically threw a vertex in. But we don't know if there's a number in front of here. Is it 2 lots of this, 3 lots of this? And that's why I have this other point to verify that, okay? So, right now, we're looking at doing this, okay? So remember, the vertex was -1, -1, -1, so I must have moved it 1 to the left and down 1. Now, I could then use this 1, 3 point. Okay, if x is 1, y is 3. Okay, if x is 1, is y 3? Okay, let's have a look. Right, 1 plus 1, x is 1. So this is 2 squared, okay, this is 2. 2 squared is 4, so I've got y equals 4a minus 1, okay. Now I've actually got, remember, let's put this back in now, 3, we're saying that y is 3, okay. We're saying that y is 3. So let's add a 1 to both sides. So you've got 4 equals 4a. So actually a equals 1. So this is 1, so I don't really need it. If it was 2, you'd put a 2 in front of there, okay. So that there must be the equation, but that's written in the vertex form. Well, to change the general form, in other words, to change this into the general form, just FOIL this and take away 1. So x plus 1 times x plus 1, remember, x plus 1 times x plus 1 is x squared plus 2x plus 1. And then don't forget, subtract the 1, okay, remember we still got to minus 1 there, So the final answer is x squared plus 2x. That is the answer. Okay, so remember what I did? I just put the vertex. Okay, I used that to create this. Okay, and then just use the other point down here. Okay, all this material down here to figure out if I did have an a with 1, 2, 3, -1, -2. Okay, so that is changing. Well, finding the general form of the quadratic. Okay, I'm now going to just go over here and just have a look at this particular application question. You're going to see quite a few of these, okay, especially on the test. Right, we have this as the function. Now this actually does mean something. H of t equals 176 minus 16t squared. Now you see a lot of these with things being thrown, projectiles, things falling. You see a lot of this -16t because it's to do with gravity. I think if I'm correct, gravity 32 feet per second, and I think some equations that it's half that, so that's why the 16 comes in, or the -16, but you can look that up. You tend to see a lot of these -16t squared. Now the reason why this is here is because of this, look at this, and the reason is 176 feet is when t is 0, okay, at the start, it hasn't been thrown, okay, you're at the top of the 176-foot tower, because when t is 0, that's gone, you're left with 176. Now to solve this, okay, when it hits the ground, h is 0. In other words, that is 0. 176 minus 16t squared. We're going to solve for this. I'm going to add 16t squared to both sides. Okay, you got that? Divide both sides by 16. Remember, divide both sides by 16. I think t squared is going to be 11. Okay, and so I don't have a calculator on me, but t will be the square root of 11, or about 3 point something seconds. You can check that out, but that would be the answer, okay?